Is it out yet?
They're already open.
Oh.
T-shirts cute in the movie.
She's right.
I want one anyway. It's not fair.
But no one remembers the movie, so it's
Oh,
great
good, so I
because
can get
people
the
think
T-shirt.
it's sort of a lone...
That's what I thought. It looks slightly like something from a porno shop, though, if you don't mind me saying. But it's
That's totally cool. Elizabeth, there's another reason that I'm here. No, we'll refrain from that. Okay, I better go. Anyhow, Serving Sarah, rock on. It seems fun. You must have had a hoot and a holler.
Yeah, we had a good time shooting this. We were in Texas for about 4 or 5 months. Had a good time.
How did you find Texas?
I love Texas. I'd never been to any of the southern states for any length of time before. Apart from Florida, but that doesn't really count, does it? It's sort of a weird state.
Sort of faux south.
Yes, that's correct. Better description than weird. Yeah. I had a great time in Florida, but I didn't feel like I was in the South. I kind of loved it down in Texas. I found it kind of beautiful. The countryside I loved. I love being in the country anyway. This is a countryside like I'd never seen before. All those big, big open spaces were news to me. I loved it.
And cattle are the forefront of all things spectacular.
Yep. Liked it.
Brr. Yay! And what about playing your role? Sorry, I had a little sound effects moment. Playing your character, what was it? Was it a new, like, were there some new acting bones stretched in there? Or what was the joys of playing her?
I like the fact that she was really juxtaposed into where the situation she found herself in. I like the fact that she was A, in an unlikely marriage with this sort of fantasy cowboy figure, and B, she ends up with Matthew, who again is a very unlikely match for her, but someone who, you know, at bottom seems to, they seem to complement each other very much. They seem both similar and different when it really comes down to it. They both seem quite honest and truthful people, and it's kind of nice to see that.
Yeah, I was trying to figure out the cowboy factor. I was like, how did that happen?
Well, you see, English people sort of have this romanticized image of Americans as really being a cowboy nation. You know, we secretly think all Americans look better. You know what? I don't say secretly. I know that almost all American men look better in a Stetson and in boots and on a horseback. I think it's really cool. I love it. I fall for it every time, but I like polo players too because I think they look cool on horseback. In fact, it's all about the horse, I think. I should move to the country.
Sort of an equestrian bent here.
Yeah, I know.
And what do you hope that people, obviously from enjoying themselves watching the movie, what do you hope they glean from watching this film?
Golly. Never to be a vet and have to put your hand up a cow's butt, that's for sure. I don't know. I guess it's just that, you know, mistakes happen to you in life. Things happen, but there's always, you know, silver lining, all that sort of thing. That's very much what this film's about. We start off with two very sad, unhappy people, both my character and Matthew Perry's character. They have an adventure, they scream and shout at each other, they manage to solve things in their life, and all this takes part in a week. And then they're much happier at the end, and they end up both doing what they want to do. So it's optimistic. It's a good optimistic
we could all have
picture.
weeks like that.
But you can. That's the whole point of this film. It's just around the corner.
Now I was wondering, because I also saw, obviously in this movie you are the beauty object, which is glorious and very fitting. And I saw a BBC show where, you know, on the face and everything, and so
John
you're
Cleese.
the perfect face, yes. Do you ever feel like panic pressure that you have to retain goddessness?
No, you know what? I don't feel that pressure myself. No. No, I'm lucky in life that I have a lot of help from a lot of very talented hair and makeup people on all my public outings, and believe me, it helps. No, I'm happy with the face that God gives me, and whatever happens to it is kind of, that's my life. I'm no desire to change it or to cling on to anything. I kind of like change.
Fantastic. I wasn't suggesting that you were going to, like, do anything anyhow.
But you never know, but not at the moment, that's for sure.
Fantastic. Oh, and congratulations on your...
Thank you.
Yay.
Thank you very much indeed.
Absolutely.
Thanks.
Thank you, and have a nice day.
Thanks a lot, you too.
Bye. There's my dream life. Welcome to it.
All right.
Anyhow.
Yeah.
Serving Sarah.
Yeah.
Rock on.
Huh?
Rock on. You seem fun.
Yeah, it was fun.
Was it a caper and a half?
It was a caper and 3/4. How about that? Serving Sarah. Yeah, very, very fun movie to do, and it's a funny movie.
Why was this one that you decided to leap into? I'm sure there have been other scripts stretched across your
Yeah,
desk.
well, I guess the first thing that I noticed was it was a character that as an actor finds like a character, and he wants to go and try to stretch himself a little bit and play that kind of guy. And he was he's a darker guy than I've gotten to play, and that was a lot of fun. Kind of a challenging thing. You get to play with kind of a different look, and he's pretty different than Chandler.
Yeah, I guess you don't really want to be Chandler for the rest of your life.
Well, I guess not. You know, although it served me well.
He has indeed.
we've had a lot of fun, but
No fun, you have a good friendship.
yeah, but in the movie world, you kind of want to switch it up a little bit, and the character of Joe allowed me to do that.
He seemed like a nice man. What about when, like, as an actor, how did it stretch you? Did you find yourself, I don't know, having strange actor moments that you hadn't expected?
Well, there's a couple things that I got to do in this movie that I haven't done in other things. The character being darker, the challenge is to have him still be likable, you know. So we made sure that he still remained funny in his very bitter and kind of downtrodden ways, you know. And also the nature of being a process server and serving subpoenas. I met with some of these people, and one of the things that they do in order to get where they need to go is sometimes they pretend to be other people, you know. So I got to do some kind of kooky character work in this movie, and that was kind of rewarding too. I've never done that before.
Were there any ones in particular that you enjoyed more than others?
I had fun. I did an imitation of Salma Hayek in the movie, so that was kind of fun. That was fun, and you know, just different little voices that I would try out with Reggie on the set, and he would say, "No, that's not funny," and "Yes, that's funny." Okay, go do that, and kind of a work in progress.
Was
kind
there
of
ever
thing.
one you were blue about? Like, no, it is funny. I'll convince you.
Yeah, sure, but you know, his word is final. He's the director.
Man,
Yeah.
go figure.
Yeah.
And what about your bovine encounter?
That was fun. That was an interesting scene. Big. We hang ourselves out there in that scene, and you know, you don't really know if it's going to work. Is it going to play kind of gross, or is it going to play funny until you see it with an audience? And it's a very cool experience to watch the audience for like the 4 minutes that scene goes on, just kind of laugh from the beginning to end. You know, we put a lot of dialogue in that scene, which we later realized we don't really need.
Good.
Yeah.
Lots of
People
visual.
are laughing over it. Yeah.
Visuals a go-go.
Mm-hmm.
And what about, like, when you go into a role, particularly in a film, since this is what we're talking about,
Yeah.
of all madcap things,
Mm-hmm.
how do you find yourself behave differently? I mean, is it a different approach to your character than on TV, or how you get into it?
Not really, you know. I mean, it's all about, you know, being really present for the time between action and cut. You know, no matter how you get there. You know, he's a darker guy, so I was probably, you know, a little bit darker in the scenes where he's a little bit harder edged, you know. But for the most part, I haven't done like too many like method things, like only call me by my name on the set and all that stuff. Maybe sometime in the future I would, but I haven't yet.
Maybe one day. And finally, say it's like 52 years down the road, and you're
All right.
looking back on your career. Why are you glad that you participated in this film?
Wow, you know, I love the idea of aspiring to make people laugh, and we sure did that in this movie. And from what I've heard from the screenings and stuff like that, people are laughing a lot. And you know, you just kind of want to be a part of, you know, making this kind of nice place to be for you know, moviegoers, so they have a little bit of escapism, a little bit of fun. And you know, looking back at this, you know, hopefully we did our job there.
You did indeed.
All right.
Thank you kindly, sir.
Thank you.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Absolutely. So, tell me,
Mm.
how was it helming this piece?
It was a hoot.
And holler?
Both.
What more could you ask for?
Not me, nothing.
What makes up a hoot for you?
A hoot is having two really funny people who are also good looking doing funny things. That's a hoot and a holler. You got Matthew Perry putting his arm up a bull's butt. You got Elizabeth Hurley getting her pants torn off. That's entertainment.
Indeed it is. Hijinks a go-go.
Not to mention Cedric the Entertainer.
Who's so fine? Yes. Does one direct him, or does one just let him be in a room?
The thing is, you actually have to direct people like that. Not that they don't know what to do, but they want someone to say, that's too far. Oh, that's exactly right. Do that a little more. It's a real collaboration.
I'd be afraid to see too far. How disconcerting could that be? So what about, say, I don't know, you're back in the days when you were putting this together. How different is what you have on the silver screen now to what you have here, if at all?
Well, you know, it's funny. Certain scenes are literally exactly as I storyboarded them, which is great. And certain scenes are completely different, you know. When you go to Cedric, you know, maybe you should be really stressed out, and maybe you need a bunch of devices to relax you. So we gave him a speed bag and a Japanese rock garden, and then you see what he does with them. It's just so wonderful.
He had nice designs.
Nice.
Very artistic.
Mm.
Yeah, we liked them.
He's got a flair.
Indeed.
as you can tell from his wardrobe.
Absolutely. Oh, yes. Bon vivant. So how is this a challenge for you as a director, if at all? I mean, I presume you take on projects that will expand your repertoire of being.
Absolutely. Well, one thing I really liked was I got to destroy more things than ever before. I had cars slamming into each other. I had monster trucks. And you know, when you're a kid, you start with Tonka toys, and that urge never really goes away.
Is that where you start with that, what can I destroy? And then I'll make a movie, right?
That's exactly it. You get the biggest possible toy set.
Why not? Why do you like directing? I mean, it's an awful lot of energy, and I presume it just consumes your entire being for the time that you're shooting and
Yes.
beyond.
Well, here's the catch. I don't have to wear a tie. Okay? It is not a 9 to 5. Sometimes it's a 12 to 14 hours, but not 9 to 5. And I get to wear comfortable shoes, and I get to look at Elizabeth Hurley all day.
Yeah, that wouldn't suck.
No,
I'm sure it would be quite
it's
delightful.
all working out for me.
Rock on.
Mm-hmm.
Well, thank you kindly, sir.
Thank
It's
you.
lovely to chat with you.
Same here.
Have a good day.